morning, United Indie Agents. I want to talk and review something that happens fairly frequently, and it's something that I think you guys should all be considering when you're writing your purchase agreements. Let's talk about it. The subject is when something is disclosed on the seller's disclosure, how will that affect inspection? So let's run through this scenario. We just had this scenario with an agent in our office. Light water, it was disclosed, occasional water in basement during heavy rains, keep gutters clean. That was disclosure. That was what was disclosed, and that's what the buyer signed off on the seller's disclosure. We get to the inspection and we find out we have a much bigger problem. And so the buyer wants to negotiate that with the seller, and the seller says, hey, please refer to page 5, letter H in the purchase agreement. I'll read this to you. Buyer agrees that any property defect previously disclosed by seller shall not be a basis of termination of this agreement. So the seller is saying, hey, that we disclosed a problem, you can't bring it up during inspections. I think the response to that would be, and I think this would be an appropriate response. Hey, yeah, you did disclose that there was an issue, but the extent, the intensity, and the degree of the problem was not properly disclosed. Maybe on accident, maybe the seller didn't really know the full problem, or maybe they're hiding something, but just say it wasn't fully disclosed. That's our position. We're bringing it back onto the table for inspections. And so, just know that might happen. If you find yourself in that situation, give me a call. But what I think you can do as a buyer's agent, this is really important, and I think you should consider doing, and I used to do this, and for some reason I drifted away from it, but I'm not going to make this an office requirement, but I think when you write purchase agreements, in the purchase agreement of every home that you have where you're going to have an inspection, consider adding this language. Any items disclosed on the seller's disclosure will be subject to inspections and possible inspection negotiations if necessary. So that way it says, thank you for the disclosure. We have to have it. But the inspections are going to include anything and everything, even if it was already disclosed. So anyway, helpful hint, especially for your buyer, helps alleviate confusion and conflict between buyers and sellers on what can be negotiated and not negotiated. So look, I hope you find that helpful. And if you find yourself in that situation, always give me a call. I can help. I love helping out in those kind of problems. So just give me a call first thing. I'm here to do that for you and provide that service, but you can eliminate a lot of that issue with that language I just discussed. All right. Thanks guys. If you have anything or need anything, give me a call.